not. Larry, you are not.
I'm just trying to make this career out of trying to find my baby daddy.
You are not. You are not.
Isn't it crazy that all the men who show up and then get to hear you are not the father, everybody jumps in excitement. Everybody just, you know. What's up, everybody? I'm back again. I remain your boy, Mashano. And today, I have a reaction. Another paternity reaction. And this one is from the Maury Show. Before we get into it, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Hit the like button. Hitting the like button, helps the YouTube algorithm, pushes my videos up. So kindly leave a like on the videos whenever you come across them, and share as well. Spread the word about King Shano's podcast. So we are reacting to the Maury Show. Apparently this lady has been on the show 11 times and she's on this episode the 12th time. And all this while she's been testing. She comes on the show to test men, to have DNA tests done on men to find the father of her daughter. 11 men so far. So she's back again on the 12th episode. So let's check it out.
Okay, so today we are bringing you an episode of Maury after the results. Actually, this show is 15 years in the making. This next woman is one of our most unforgettable guests of all time. Her name is Telia. Now, Telia appeared on the Maury Show 9 times. Tested 11 men in an effort to establish the paternity of her then 4-year-old daughter, Sade. So take a look at her compelling journey that began 15 years ago.
I've been desperately trying to find my daughter Sade's father.
You are not. Larry, you are not.
I'm just trying to make this career out of trying to find my baby daddy.
You are not. You are not.
Isn't it crazy that all the men who show up and then get to hear you are not the father, everybody jumps in excitement. Everybody just, nobody wants to be the father of her daughter. It's embarrassing. This is embarrassing. Ladies, you don't want to put yourself in this situation. You don't want to do it. Keep yourselves. All right? Let's go.
Not. You are not.
No, let me take this back. What? Here, they actually became friends they tested 2 men together. And the men became friends. Look, and they were shaking hands.
God punishing me. I don't know what mistake I made. day, but they keep punishing me.
In the case of
Did she say God is punishing her? I didn't get that part well, please. Pardon me. Because I know God has no hands in what is happening to her. You brought it all upon yourself.
In the case of 4-year-old
They keep punishing me.
In the case of 4-year-old Sade,
Get up.
Will, you are not.
You are the father. Get hit the wedding baby, there, boy.
You are not.
No, but what's funny here is always that she always comes up optimistic and then riling this man up and say, hey, man, you are the father. Like, and then it turns out, no, but wait a minute, oh. So, during the period of conception, right? So let's say from the day she got pregnant, because right from the moment of sex, pregnancy takes place, right? The moment something happens, pregnancy begins, right? So from that first day to, let's say, 2-3 months when she found out that she was pregnant. Okay, so let's say for the first month that she got pregnant, she slept with this number of men. This is quite embarrassing. And I don't feel sorry for the woman, but I feel sorry for the child who has to go through all this embarrassment and ridicule. I mean, it's a national TV show. So imagine she goes to school, her friends see her and the mother on TV are like, oh, it's a man. They don't even know who your daddy is. You know how these kids can be mean sometimes. This is embarrassing. This is, and a lot of women, the choices you make is not because you are thinking about the welfare of what the aftermath of your choices are going to be, right? It's not like you're thinking about those that are going to come after you. Most of the choices you make are selfish. They are just selfish. Within a month or two, she's been able to sleep with so far 11 men, still counting so far. Within a month. And from the show, it didn't say she is a sex worker. It doesn't state what she does, her profession, or what she does for a living. The show didn't state that, so I'm going to assume she's just a regular woman who decided to live a promiscuous life, living recklessly. So, within a month to two, she's been able to sleep with 11 men and still counting. Ridiculous.
I've always said about Tilia that she was one of the most courageous guests we've ever had because she...
Of course she's going to be courageous. It has to take so much courage to have 11 men within a month. Within a month. It has to take some courage to do that. So of course, yes, Maury, you're not wrong. She's the most courageous.
Continued no matter what, even through humiliation and embarrassment, she came back trying to find the father of her daughter. Guess what? Tilia has returned. Welcome her to the show. Here's Tilia. Don't you look great? You look great. Have you been able to find the father? Or?
Yes, I have.
You have.
Yes, I
And Sharday is now 18.
have. Yes.
All right. So,
Yes.
as you can tell, you know, Telia, you've admitted that you had made a lot of mistakes back in the day.
A lot.
You
a lot.
better
of
tell
them.
everybody that your struggles with paternity did not just end with Sharday.
No, it actually didn't, Maury.
You have a 21-year-old daughter
Yes.
named Atlantis.
Yes.
And she is unsure who her biological father is.
Yes. Yes.
You're hoping that a DNA test.
Wow. So it's not just the 18-year-old. She has a 21-year-old who also doesn't know who her father is. Hey. People, be careful, oh. Ladies, with this whole liberation thing movement going on, and you hate a woman who is sexually liberated, why are you talking down? Look, it only leads to misery, embarrassment, disgrace, and ridicule. For the men, if you offer it, they're going to take it, but they're not going to be with you. That's the sad truth. That's the sad part of the whole deal for you. You give it to men, they will take it. You can decide to keep yourself till you meet that one man who is ready to be with you and make something meaningful with you, or you can decide to spread it out. For the men, they are hunters. They are ready to take whatever is available. So if you keep presenting yourself like this, men are always ready. You know, men are always ready. So ladies, learn from this. Learn. This is not to bash or to make mockery or troll anybody. This, if you're a lady and you come across my channel, this is for you to learn that you cannot just be giving yourself out to men like that. You cannot be having multiple sexual partners. Okay? Be warned. Let's continue.
Test today
Yes.
might prove that a man named D is Atlantis' father.
Yes.
And he's a very special guy, this D.
Yes,
isn't
he is.
Right?
Yes.
Tell me
yes.
about him.
I've been knowing him over 20 years, and one day I was like strolling down Facebook, and I happened to see him. I was like,
Why do they always scroll through Facebook to find the fathers of their kids? Like, you are so promiscuous to the extent that you don't even remember the men anymore. So you scroll through Facebook and then be like, aha. I remember we had a thing. You could be, this is embarrassing. I feel sorry for these ladies, man. The daughters, I'm not talking about the woman herself. For the woman, I have no sympathy for her. I feel sorry for the daughters who have to grow without fathers in their lives. And like the saying goes, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. It can only take the grace of God that they won't turn out to be like their mother. Because if you have such a mother raising you and you see men coming in and out of the house, it's going to mess you up. You know, it will have an effect on you. And we only hope and pray these daughters don't take after their mother, because this is a worst case scenario. Yango.
I've been looking for him. I think that's my daughter's father.
You told him about Atlantis?
I didn't tell him at first. I didn't tell him. Like about 2 months into us going out, he invited me to come live with him because he knew I was burnt out. He said, so whether I am or not, I'll help you with your kids.
And so for the past 2 years, he is the father figure for her. Before we meet Dee, listen to what he feels about in terms of being Atlantis' father.
I'm here today to find out if Atlantis is really my biological daughter. My family think that Atlantis and I are twins. but I think she looks a lot like my other daughters. So within the past 2 years, I have been the only father that Atlanta's ever known. She even calls me Pop. She never had a dad in her life, but I want to be that for her. We just need the paternity test for closure. But no matter what, I'm going to continue being Atlanta's dad.
Everybody, here's a good guy. Here's D. Nice to see you.
You too,
Thanks for being here. Thank you. So that's your girl no matter what?
Absolutely.
Meanwhile, they're already in your home.
Oh, absolutely. I didn't want her living with nobody else, so, you know.
Here's your girl. One way or another, here's your girl. Here's Atlantis. Atlantis, come on in. Look at that smile. Wow. Got a smile like your mother. Look at that. Okay, let's talk about the bad part first. Growing up without a father.
I have friends, and they always would go out with their fathers, and I would just be sitting there like, okay, where's my father? So
how would you describe your relationship with this man?
I love this man. This is my road dog.
So basically, you want me to put a birth certificate to the relationship.
Yep.
Okay. When it comes to 21-year-old Atlantis, D, you are not.
Man. Why does she keep doing her kids like this? Already you've had 11 men on this show for the 18-year-old. And you started with a 21-year-old. But luckily, this man, regardless of whatever the result says, is going to stay in her life. You know. But ladies, not everyone gets lucky like this, because the men who stand at the end of the finish line for you, they are few. Those men are few who say, okay, irrespective of all the things that had gone on in your life, the mistakes you might have made and all that, I'm still willing to take you and your kids in. Those men are few, you know. So you would really want to put in maximum effort not to put yourself in this type of situation. All right? It only burdens you. It only wears you out. It only just messes everything around your life up. Okay? It just messes everything around your life up. So be cautious out there.
Right, it don't matter.
Guess what? You've got a father figure in your life. That's all you have. I've got a child in my family, right? I'm not the birth father. He is my son, and this is your father.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you been told that you're the father, but fear you're actually raising another
I
man?
have not been told anything, and I don't fear anything. Yo, people, so this is where we end today's episode of Reactions. But my advice still goes out to the ladies. Be careful. So until next time, I remain your boy Marshano. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Let's keep it going.
Let me make things right.